What up? The boy is back, baby. The boy is back. I'm here. Ace Anderson is back. Blessings to my beautiful, abundant brethren. Alas, it is the will of the heavens that we should meet again on this beautiful Monday morning. And I'm back, man. Yo. I am so excited to be here, honestly, with y'all, man. It's nothing but a pleasure to be able to talk to y'all and chat with y'all and get with y'all and all of that. So device here. Oh. To make sure y'all can hear and see me. Okay. What's going on, y'all, man? I'm back, bro. I'm like super hyped to really be back, honestly. And I've been going for a little minute. I've been away. I traveled to New York to do a TV show. I shot a TV show, which was really dope. It had a lot of cool experiences with that. I can't wait to tell y'all more about that when that comes out. And and then I was in Vegas for a little bit too. So in total, I've been going for about a month, man. And it's been crazy. It's been dope to be able to, be popping around, be bopping around and everything. But it's also great to finally get to be home and be back. And so, I want to get back to it, man. I'm really excited about all of the things that we have in the works, all of the things we're working on right now. We're about to release our cookbook, our new cookbook, which is really exciting. And there'll be more details about that. We're going to release a new cooking course, and a few other things, man. So yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that, dog. I'm really hype about a lot of the things that are in the works right now. We have Blackout, my feature film that is currently in the works, and we're raising money to make that happen. It's just a lot of good stuff, man. I finally found a good, solid business partner that I'm going to be growing with and building with, and doing a lot of stuff, man. And so yeah, man, I'm just excited to be back, to be honest. And back with my Monday morning live streams. I want to be, blessing y'all with insight every Monday morning, providing y'all with passion, purpose, positivity. For those of y'all who know and don't know, now you will know that we do Monday live streams every Monday morning. And I've been working on the time. We started at 5 a.m., then we bumped it up to 6, and now I'm thinking about maybe moving it to about 8, just to really be there for people's Monday morning commute. Like I want to make sure that people have an opportunity to listen, in a good time, in a good time frame. The whole reason behind doing it Monday morning is because, I am a firm believer in waking up, starting your week, in grind mode. Like, let's get ready. Let's go, man. Let's take advantage of the time that we've been given. That's the only reason why we're here, is to live and to breathe and to have fun and delight. And so, I think it's really important to start the week off early, and you get a head start on your week, right? Before all the emails come in, and you get all of the text message requests and all the phone calls, and you get inundated with all of this information in this information age that we live in. It's important that we can take the reins of our life, and I believe that happens early in the morning. So I like to inspire you to wake up early. I like to encourage myself to wake up early and motivate myself to wake up early. And so that's the whole point of doing our Monday morning live streams. And so I hope that you'll accept the challenge and wake up with me every Monday morning. Every week, wake up early, get your morning coffee, or whatever your brew is. Mine is just water, right? Like I just like to have at least 32 ounces of water in the morning, first thing in the morning. It just helps me really energize and get all my organs flowing in the right way. And so yeah, I really want to inspire everybody to wake up early, man. Try it out. And so, a little bit about that, I believe that we kind of have it all backward. A lot of times we're trying to make our days happen in sort of this reverse order where we wake up, we focus on everybody else's problems. We go to work, focus on our boss's problems and the problems for building the dreams for some other company. And then we come home, we try to have a bit of a social life, and then we are exhausted. And then if we do want to start anything, we're giving ourselves like, the back end or the whatever little extra we have to put into our own dreams. So if we wanted to do anything extracurricular, if we wanted to start a business or any of those things, then we're giving ourselves that at the end of the day. So I think that then like you end up going to sleep at like 2 a.m. and you wake up at like you wake up at 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. to get to work by 9 a.m. and do the whole thing all over again. So for me, I believe I'm a very firm believer in reversing that and waking up as early as possible, which means you got to go to bed early, right? And I know people are like, oh, I want to do all these things. And like, it's hard for me to get to bed. Like it takes practice to do. Trust me, I struggle with it as well. But if you wake up early, set an alarm or set like notifications to use your phone's focus abilities to be able to like start that bedtime or whatever that focus is, that do not disturb time starts as early in the night as possible. So like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. And if you can get to bed, if you can even get into bed and like shut out all the devices by 9 p.m., then you can wake up at 4 a.m., right? And I know it sounds crazy, but you're still getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep if you do that, right? And that way you're getting a full night's rest. You're getting all the sleep that your body needs. Then you wake up early. If you're waking up at 4 or 5 a.m., then you have 3 hours of your like prime brain power time, right? Like where your brain is active, like you're fully rested, and then you can give all of that time to yourself. And then whenever now you have 3 hours, now it's gonna take you a lot shorter time to do a lot of the tasks that you would be trying to do at midnight. Well, now you have a full rested, you've had a full night's sleep, and you can get as much work as you need to get done, and you can get a lot more done. So you can be a lot more efficient in the morning. And I've noticed this in myself when I'm able to put it into practice. And I know like it's really difficult because like at night, you want to watch TV and do all these things. But I've started to tell myself like, oh, I can watch TV in the morning. Like, who says I can't do that? Who says I can't play video games in the morning and so on and so forth. So I think it's really important to get your day started focusing on yourself. And you want to give yourself at least 5% of the day. Now that's about an hour and a half, of the day. If you could give yourself that much time in a day, man, like that, you're already giving yourself a lot of time, basically. But so yeah, you want to start off your day giving giving yourself that time, then you have the energy and flexibility to focus on anybody else, right? If you can get your day started at 5 a.m., right? You wake up at 4, do whatever you got to do for an hour in the morning, maybe brush your teeth, drink some coffee, whatever it is. I don't think you should drink coffee first thing in the morning. That's just something that I believe in. I think that there's lots of studies that show that it's not the healthiest thing for you to do first thing in the morning, because you're not allowing your body. And now, I'm not like a scientist or anything, but from what I understand, you're not allowing your body to produce its own hormones that allow you to wake up. So you're already like throwing off your circadian rhythm, and so and then you'll crash really early, and then the whole cycle continues, and you get addicted to it. So I believe like in waking up early. Wake up early, drink some water, do some push-ups, get your heart flowing, get your heart pumping, do some sit-ups, walk around the house, walk outside, walk to the mailbox, get some sun, do something that kind of gets you awake, right? Record, do a little journal, voice recording, whatever it is that you have to do to sort of get in the flow of the day without being inundated with external information. Meditate, quiet your mind, take a nice shower with some beautiful music playing in the background, and so on and so forth. And so if you do those things, then you can now have the day in the morning. Now whenever you're ready to actually get started with work, you are fully energized and you feel like you've already gotten most of the stuff that you were really cared about, that you were really concerned about, done. And so that's kind of the focus, right? Waking up early and doing what you need to do for yourself early in the morning. Then if you can start that at 5, you're working from 5 to 2. You get the day is done by 2 p.m., man. And then you have the rest of the day you have from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. to do whatever other stuff that you wanted to do. Now think about it. Most of the stores are still open for you to be able to go and run any extra errands that you needed to run by 2 p.m. You're working at you're able to talk to friends. You could chat with whoever. You can go to the beach. You can go drive and do something fun. You could go for a walk. Like, you have the rest of the evening, right? Before it gets too late. Most parks close at 9 p.m. anyway. So if you wanted to go and do something active, do something outside, you have all of that time. You could watch TV for the rest of the day, whatever it is. But you've gotten your work done at 2 p.m. You're ahead of the game, right? And then you can focus. If you do want to do anything for your business, you can go back to working on your business, right? And then get your business stuff done, or watch a TV show, watch a movie, whatever it is, and then you start it all over again. And so I try to do that Monday through Friday. For me, that's what works. And then so basically Sunday night, I'm aiming to go to bed to start getting ready for bed at 9 p.m. Right? So I start getting ready for bed at 9 p.m. I do my nightly routine. I have a little routines app that I follow, and then the next day I am I do whatever I need to do to get a really good night's sleep. Shut off all TVs, or if I am going to turn on the TV, I play something that I want to inspire my dreams to be positive, because I believe that, when you're dreaming, that's when you're creating your vision of the future, right? I believe that's when you get those downloads, your vision for what you desire to be the reality of your future. And so I don't want my future to be inspired by like a movie, or like an action movie or a thriller or a scary movie or anything like that that's going to inspire my dreams in a negative way. So what I like to do is I like to play meditation music. I have a affirmations app called what is it called? Mesmerize, which is like truly my favorite app. Um, and uh, and I like to play that throughout the night, or I go on YouTube and I find like sleep hypnoses and that are like 8 hours long or whatever it is, different things to allow me to get good rest throughout the night. And then that way in the morning I feel refreshed, I feel reborn. And I typically try my best to journal right in the morning, so I have like a little prompt for myself in my journal app that asks me what's the first thing that comes to my mind. And so that prompts me to just like, okay, this is, I'm awake. And I can think if it's my dream that I want to write down, or if it's an idea that I might have downloaded from Source Energy or whatever it is, I can start to write those things down. And now I'm getting into the flow of being this, of connecting with my spiritual self on the spiritual plane, because I think that that's what happens when you dream, right? You're truly connected and embodying your spiritual self. And so I'm trying my best to be able to maintain that even after I've awoken. And so then I drink some water. I have my water, and I go to the bathroom without my phone. There's some books in there. I have a couple of different books, like affirmation books, like You Are a Badass Every Day, by Jensen Chero, which is just like daily, like motivational things. Let's see what I flipped to today. It says, do something today that you've been talking about forever. Buy a new mattress and get rid of that lumpy old one. Sign up for Tango class. Call your friend who you never see and invite him over. Clean out the shed. Book a trip to South Africa. Quit smoking. File for a divorce. Embrace your foot fetish. Get a puppy. The sooner you change your life for the better, the longer you get to live with those awesome changes. Stop screwing around and just do it already. I love that. The sooner you change your life for the better, the longer you get to live with those awesome changes. Now, I feel like that's something that we don't think about. Like a lot of times, I know I don't, or I forget about it often, is that when I procrastinate or push something back into the future, if I put something off, then I'm truly giving myself less time to be able to enjoy that thing, right? And even if it's like, okay, I'm going to go on a trip for a week, right? Yeah, like the trip is a week, but after the trip, I'm going to have those memories. And let's say I go on that trip later on in my life, then if I have that trip later on in my life, I get a shorter period of time to enjoy those memories, right? And before I transition into non-physical, I get to truly enjoy those memories for less time than I would if I had gotten it done early, if I had gotten it done now. And so I love that, that inspiration to take a leap of faith and do something that you've been talking about for a while. And I've started to do this thing that like sometimes I'll have a thought that comes into my mind, or there's something that I want to do, or something I said I should look up, or a thing that I said I would clean, or whatever it is, like whenever something pops into my mind to do, and I don't necessarily do it immediately. What I do is I take note of it the first time, right? So I notice it the first time, and I might not do anything about it, right? And that's okay. Um, and then it'll pop up again. Let's say I'm doing something else a couple days later, and it pops up again. Then I'll clock it. And then at that point, the second point, I say, okay, if I think about this again, then I'm just going to go and do it. I'm going to take care of it. And it doesn't matter if it's done well, it just needs to be done. Because clearly my mind is just is forcing me to do something about this thing. So then if it pops up again, then I'll go back into it and I'll say, all right, all right, I'm going to do something about this. And so I've been, so then it pops up inevitably a third time. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to stop everything else I was doing and just go and do that thing. I'm going to put, or at the very least, the very next thing I do after I'm finished with what I'm currently doing will be that thing that popped up for the third time. And I've noticed I've gotten so much done just with that. Like, because we don't realize, like, 90% of our lives are just thoughts that we've already thought. And so, like, those thoughts are downloads from source. We constantly are having these thoughts come into our mind, and they're telling us stuff, right? They're guiding us. They're our spiritual guide. It's our consciousness leading us towards our best life, right? That's where they come from. But we are so inundated with this current present reality, and the fears and the worries and the doubts and the concerns and the and all of the excuses, that we end up not doing anything about them because we're afraid. Or I don't know. I would say maybe it's more so that I am concerned that it's more so that I don't know which voice to listen to, right? If it's the new thought that's coming in that I should be listening to, or if it's the doubtful thoughts that I've had that I should be listening to. And so a lot of times, to really help get those things done, or get on the proper wave about a lot of those things, is to truly, one, quiet the mind, and then recognize how many times I've had this thought, right? And so if I've had this thought a couple of times, then I should probably do something about it. Even if it's to just write it down in my notebook, or even if it's just to open up the document or do a Google search about whatever that topic is, and save the web page in your favorites, or put it into a folder, whatever that might be. It's gonna be important for you to take initiative and do something about it. It'll make you feel so much better, I promise you. So that's something that I've been doing. And so thank you, Jen Sincero, to tell us to do something today that you've been talking about doing forever. So yeah, that's a little bit about where I'm at right now, y'all. I'd love to hear what topics that you guys are interested in talking about. We're working on a new podcast as well. The podcast should be dropping by September. And we're really excited about this. We got a couple heavy hitters that are involved in that. And we're going to be talking about some really cool topics. And and yeah, so I appreciate y'all for joining. I appreciate y'all for having this conversation and talking about waking up early. And I want to hear about your daily habits. What are the things that are working for you? And I'm only gonna ask about the things that are working for you, and then anything else I want to be posed as questions rather than things that aren't working for you, because I want to do my best to keep alive what is working and not give any energy to what isn't working, because what isn't working isn't our business, to be quite frank. Only what's working is our business. Only what we have control over is our business. We do not have control over what is not working. And we don't want to give any energy to it when we have no control over it. So if we can pose it as a question, then we look at it as an opportunity to learn. We look at it as an opportunity to challenge ourselves, to grow, to be better, rather than looking at the things that aren't working as problems. We can, when we ask questions, we lean in with curiosity and less judgment. And if I have anything to say about the world today, I would say that we all need to lean in with a little bit more curiosity. And and I believe that if we continue to allow ourselves to look at every situation as an opportunity, then we can strengthen our minds and strengthen our hearts and create a better world and a better future for everyone, where we all have access to the source. Or, well, we all do have access to the source energy, but many of us have forgotten how to do that and how to connect with it. And so yeah, I want to encourage you all to, ask me any questions that you have, and give any insight. If I'm sure that your advice could help somebody who is thinking about the same thing, because that's how the law of attraction works. And so feel free to leave a comment, drop a comment. I respond to every message that I'm sent, and unless it's some BS. But we don't do that here. My followers don't send me no BS. So yeah, I want to thank y'all for chatting with me. And I really enjoyed this conversation, and I loved getting to be with y'all, man. It's been a great pleasure. I want to expend a special shout out to the early morning risers. It is your dedication to starting the week early that makes the A team so extraordinary. And it's really important for me to be doing all of this. And so I love you, and I can't wait to see y'all soon. All right, take it easy. Peace. Next week, Monday. Let's go.